Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today I will be sharing the special cabbage stew recipe with you guys, and I know that you guys will love it because it tastes really good. For those of you that are joining me for the first time, this is Ogaga's kitchen with a twist. You're welcome. So these are the seasonings I'll be using for the food generally. I have curry powder, coriander, 1 tablespoon each, 1 tablespoon of crayfish powder, 1 tablespoon of dry basil mixed with a little bit of a scent leaf. Then I have bay leaf, 2 leaves. I have garlic powder, onion powder, ginger powder, and bouillon seasoning. Now, as you can see, I've washed my chicken properly. What I did is I took off the visible parts of the fat that I found in the chicken. You can see it's really neat. So I'm gonna be adding all the seasoning. Half of all the seasoning I actually listed earlier on. So like I said, the basil mixed with a little bit of scent, it is really optional. So I'll cover that up with reasonable amount of water because I'll be using the broth further on to cook my sauce, and also you might need extra broth for another recipe which I did. So I'm using my spatula to try to position my chicken because I want it to cook easily, and also with the seasoned water. So I'm cooking this for just 10 minutes. So to fry my chicken, I'll be using my air fryer. You can either use your groundnut oil or put it in the oven, but I love using my air fryer. It cuts off a lot of fat. So if you're washing the amount of fat intake you're taking, I would suggest to get an air fryer. You can see how crispy this took, about 20 to 25 minutes. So I'm just going to take off the top and put the rest back. I want all to be as crispy as they are. So these are the vegetables I'll be using to fry the, how will I say, these are the vegetables I will be actually using to garnish the stew. Like I said, it's cabbage sauce. So I have onion, orange bell pepper, red bell pepper, half each, green cabbage and purple cabbage. Remember, it is called cabbage stew, so use a lot of cabbage. Now I have mushroom. Mushroom is totally optional, but for me, I love mushroom, and I can't just help. So I have my pepper. You can watch some of my video, like my vegetable soup video. You see how I do with that particular pepper. So this particular bowl is to make the stew itself. This is for the stew itself. So I have tomatoes, red bell pepper, habanero, and onion. So I will repeat it again so that you can understand what I'm saying. Now I have 2 sets of vegetable. The first one I did introduce is for garnishing, and the other bowl, which you can see right here, is to make the sauce. So what I did, I added a little bit of water just to stir my blender. You don't really need water if you have a good blender. So I just added the onion, the 1/2 of the red bell pepper. Now red bell pepper gives your sauce that vibrant reddish color, and of course it has sweet taste. I added habanero pepper, and then I'm going to add the tomatoes. So I have like, okay, I think I can see 6 seeds of tomatoes. So what this for the stew is onion, habanero, red bell pepper, tomatoes, and of course my pepper is called atarudo, which we call chili here in America. What I did is I took off the seed and I soaked it for some time to soften it up. So I'm blending everything together. This is it right here. So you really need to blend your vegetables really smooth because you will be garnishing with a lot of vegetables. So you want to really blend it smoothly. Now these are the vegetables I'll be using to garnish the sauce. So I have my cabbage, and I'm just going to cut it into big sizes. Will I say chunky? I don't want it to be small. So this will go for like 3 parts. Exactly. Now there's another way you can cut it as well. You can cut it straight but long. You know, it can be tiny but long at the same time. But I would prefer this one. As I'm making this video, I think this one looks more beautiful because you don't really want the vegetable to be tiny. You want it to be, especially if you're making a video, you want the colors to pop out. So most times I do chop my vegetable. These are the sizes that I actually prefer. If you check out my stir fry video, this is the exact size. You know, I also cut those ones. So it depends on how you like your vegetables. Now another thing is, it shouldn't be purple and green cabbage. If you have just purple cabbage, you can use that. If you have green cabbage, you can just use that. But because I already have purple and green cabbage, so I decided to go with the two, and as well it pops out the color in my video. So for taste, there is no taste differences, the same. You can see I have actually chopped the red bell pepper, and also the same goes for the orange bell pepper. Now this sauce, honestly, it really tastes good. I think I actually watched a video in last year, I can't remember, but it's a long time ago, of cabbage sauce. But one thing I can't remember, someone making a video of cabbage sauce with mushroom. I've not seen that video yet, so this is first of a kind. So for the onion, I'm actually using a large onion, but just half of that. So for that half, I took a little bit away that I'm going to be using to fry my oil. Now I don't know why this onion is called brown onion. It's purple color to me. So the carrot right here, I already had it in my refrigerator. I used it to make my stir fry. So you can check my stir fry video. I'll leave it at the end screen, and I will leave a link below to that. Please watch it. Help me share my videos with your friends and your family. And also, if you haven't subscribed to my channel and you love what you're seeing, please click the subscription button below. And also, don't forget to click on the notification bell. It makes you see my video just immediately I upload a new video. Thank you guys so much. So for the mushroom, I'm still just gonna chop it as that size. So I'm chopping the mushroom into 4 parts. Now I have garlic. If you don't like garlic and ginger, you can skip the part of the garlic, and the ginger is optional. And if you will be grating your ginger, which you can, and your garlic, I would suggest that you use just 1 clove of garlic. But for this video, I used 2 because I'm actually chopping it. And when you grate your ginger or your garlic, it actually enhances the strength of the ginger or the garlic. So if you'll be using your grater for the garlic, just use 1 clove. Now I'm gonna just grate my ginger because I want the strength of the ginger in my food. So I already have my pot heated up. I added my extra virgin olive oil, which you that are familiar with my channel by now, that is the only oil I use to cook my meal. So I added my onions, my garlic, and my ginger, and I'm just going to fry that for about 2 minutes. So now I'm adding my tomatoes. So if you are washing your weight, I'll suggest you use vegetable oil, either avocado oil, olive oil, coconut oil is still very good. Now I fried that for about 10 minutes, or you can just fry it when your tomatoes is really dry, as you can see. Then I'm adding the chicken broth. Now I didn't have time to store my chicken broth in the refrigerator and allow the oil to seal at the top, then I can remove it. So this is when you're taking off the fat before cooking your chicken comes in handy. So I added about 3 spoons, which is half spoon each, so 1.5 cup of chicken broth. I'm adding my curry and my salt, which I mistakenly added the salt to the curry, and I'm adding the bouillon seasoning and also the leftover of the the basil and the scent leaf, which is actually optional, like I said. So I'm adding my chicken. You can see how crispy my chicken looks, but if you don't like crispy chicken, you can just, am I even using the right word? I mean, the chicken is really is really dry. So, but if you don't like your chicken that dry, you can fry it or bake it or use air fryer the way you want it. It's your meal. You gotta choose how you prefer it. Now I'll just stir that in and cover it up for just 5 minutes. I don't want to cook the chicken over again. Why I added the chicken, of course, we are frying it with the stew to give the chicken the stew flavor. So you don't want to overcook it. For me, my chicken is perfection right now. So I'll cover it up, not completely, a little. While that is cooking, I'm going to be frying up my vegetables. Now you'll be wondering why I didn't add the vegetable directly to the sauce. This is a better way to do it. Fry them separately so you can actually have that, fried taste of the vegetable, the stir fry taste of the vegetable, and also you don't want your vegetable to be soggy. So I added oil, olive oil to the pan, and then I'm adding all my vegetable at once because you want them to cook evenly. You don't want to be cooking maybe the carrot first before you have the vegetable. You still want, the strength of all the vegetables, as you prefer it. So this is another important tip. If you want your vegetable to be soft, fry it right here with a granite oil and fry it to your desire or your preferred choice. If you want it to be a little bit strong, you don't have to over fry it here. So, but for me, I'm going for in between, not too strong, not too soft. Of course, I know my fry pan is really, really small for this, but not to worry. The moment my vegetable is cooked, it will shrink in the pan. So you just want to stand there and keep frying on a high heat. You don't want to fry it on low heat, but high heat. So I'll say high to medium heat. That is what I'm using. You can see how it's smoking. My heat is really, really high. And this frying took about, maybe 5 minutes plus, or between 5 to 10 minutes. I'm sorry, I didn't really look at the time. 5 to 10 minutes. So one thing you can do is, as you are frying it, you are standing there, you don't want to walk away from it, and you are, you're actually looking at how you want it. Is it soft? Is it strong a little bit? Or you just want it medium? You have to gauge it with your eyes. So just keep frying. What I did, I just keep frying until I got to the choice, the exact way that I want my vegetable. So you need enough granite oil, not too much granite oil, but enough to fry your vegetable. I will leave the information, the description of my measurement right down, so you can check it out and make yours as well. Now we are not going to be cooking the vegetable with the sauce. Before I add my sauce to the vegetable, I've turned off my heat from my sauce. You can see my heat is up. It's just the hotness from the stove that is there. While I was busy doing that, my stew almost got burnt. But not to worry. So this is something you need to do. Make sure you're watching your sauce as you are frying your vegetables so you don't get your sauce burnt. You can see that. But not to worry, still good. So I'm going to add my vegetable like I said. Remember, my heat is off already. So I'm adding my vegetable. That is how you want it, because if your heat is on and you're adding your vegetable, it will further cook your vegetable and it will become soggy. and I'm not sure you want that. So you can see how beautiful this looks. It tastes really, really good. And this is another way you can come up with another sauce. While frying the vegetable, you can add your shrimp that you've already fried and add it to it. It could give it like a shrimp cabbage sauce. You can use that as well to eat whatever you like. So for me, this is the most important part of my video. Jesus is coming soon. I want you to, at least you know your spiritual condition, know how your life is before God. Why not repent from your sin? Now is the time. Jesus is calling you. He's coming very, very soon. Repent from your sin, whatsoever sin, lie, anger, adultery, fornication, all kinds of sin. Repent. So my pot was really, really messy. So what I did is I just quickly go and clean that up. So that is all for the video. If you like it, please subscribe, and also don't forget to click the notification button, and please help me share my video. You can see that my vegetables still look really, really beautiful. It's not soggy, and it tastes really, really good. Thank you guys for watching. Remember, don't be deceived. Hell and heaven is real, and Jesus is coming really, really soon. Without holiness, no man can see God. Clean yourself from outward adornment like makeup, jewelry, trousers as a female. I tell you, those things are worldliness. And no man, believe it or not, no man with sin of any kind, inward and outward, will see Jesus. Thank you guys so much. And God